quick disclaimer, guys. Trading carries a high level of risk, so any decision you make should be based off your own analysis. Alright, this is mainly for educational purposes. So let's dive into what we have today. This quick disclaimer: this is by no means a financial advice. Trading carries a high level of risk, so every decision made should be based off of your own analysis. Okay, so without further ado, let's dive right into what we have. Yeah, we'll be looking at AUD USD. I was starting off with Monday trades that played out for the week and how the week went out. Okay, so if you're looking at Monday, as you can see, there was a buy that played out here. I wasn't part of the buy because I didn't set my entry just like that. Obviously, there was a reaction from the demand, break of structure. So I was waiting for the reaction into the extreme for a continuation. Okay, this is more like a supply to demand switch. Then when the market got to the extreme, there was a break of structure again to the upside. Yeah, so as you can see, there's a lot of imbalance left. The market side creating some liquidity. So I stayed out of the market for the whole day, seeing that there was no trade for me. I actually had an entry set here, which didn't play out till Tuesday. And as you can see, on Tuesday morning, I woke up really beautifully to a Tuesday trade, a Tuesday buy that played out for the week. A Tuesday buy. Yeah. If you look closely, this was our first entry. This as a whole was our first entry. The market got there, dipping into the supplies, taking the 5 minutes a little bit as liquidity, dipping into the supply. Then what do we see? Notice the 5 minutes displacement here, 5 minutes break of structure. This was a high, low, a break of structure. A break of structure here. As you can see, I have it marked out. Okay, that was a 55 minutes break of structure. So I had my second entry set here for this candle. So as you can see, this round up to this 1 to 6, and this was a 1 to 6 as well. Okay, so the 1 to 6 was the 1 to 6 as well. Though yeah, I closed this here after a reaction from this demand. I think the trade was closed here due to the market movement, price movements, taking this as a liquidity grab. Yeah, that was fine. I see how the position opened, which actually got all the way to these highs. So many partials were out already. I had 1% running in the markets. Yeah, then all of a sudden I left the trade open, hoping that the market was going to get all the way to these supplies, all the way to these zones, or a little bit, or even higher. Okay, but as you can see, the market never did that. Straight up bearish movement, taking this my lows as liquidity, I believe, and then dipping further into the demand zones, Yeah, so clearly, if you look at this, what do you see? What do you see now? Okay, I believe this should be this is the 5 minutes. This is the 5 minutes. Yeah, looking at this, what do you see? A break of structure coming from this. There was a reaction here. The market came back. The buys played out. You see something I noticed here. Okay, I was speaking with a friend. We're talking about liquidity. As you can see, this was a low, high, a liquidity grab from this low, dipping into the 15-minute supply, reacting from the breaker, then breaking the structure. So then this should have been our entry, but I didn't take that. I was just monitoring it to see, if that will play out. So pretty much Tuesday there was no trade for me. Yeah, I had a trade here which ran up to 1 to 2, but I was taking out loss. Yeah, I was taking out a loss on this trade. On Wednesday. For the week. This was a loss. That was one loss for the week and 2 wins. So yeah, we stayed up the market because looking at it, there was no clear entry criteria for me. I had my after this was on Thursday. As you can see, this was a high, low. I was waiting for the market to actually retrace all the way to these points, but then that never happened. The market continued going bearish. Yeah, the change of character happened here when this reacted from a breaker point. As you can see, a lower time frame breaker reacted from the lower time frame breaker, gave bullish intent, and then the buys played out for the week. So what do we expect to see now for the coming week? First, looking at it from this angle, you'll see that okay, there was an imbalance here. This is a break of structure. There's an imbalance here which was never filled, though the markets here created a lot of liquidity, never filled the imbalance. So I'm believing there will be sales playing out for the week, because if you go down to the higher time frame, you see we're having strong bearish intent. Okay, strong bearish intent. Let's go down to the higher time frame first for our analysis for the week. Yeah, as you can see, the market has been bearish all through the year. The market has been bearish. The market has been bearish all through the year, for at least most part of the year. Starting 26th of January, the market continued going bearish. Okay, or 1st of February, continued going bearish. So there's a reaction from this extreme demand. Yeah, and as you can see, the market is giving a little bit of bullish intent. But looking at this here, what do you see? This is our daily time frame. So there's a possibility the market could get into this structure here and fall. Daily supply. So there's a possibility the market could get into this daily supply and keep going down. If we go to the 4-hour, what do you see? Yeah, if we go to the 4-hour, this is what we see. Let me drag this out, because I believe that's at 15 minutes. Okay, yeah, looking at the 4-hour. This is the 4-hour candle. That is the 4-hour supply. Yeah, so what do we expect to see? Now the market, there's a possibility the market, and if you see this clearly, this reacted from a breaker point, the higher time frame breaker. So clearly there's a possibility that the market might get into these zones. And what do we expect to see here? Entry. I'll take this as a 15-minute supply. What do we expect to see? Possibly here we expect to see sales play out all the way down, or we expect to see sales play out here. Okay, so for the week, yeah, we're not going to chase the buys, because I believe this is just a liquidity build up for the sales to actually play out. Because as you can see, this is high, low, high, low. So I'm believing this is going to be a high, then a low for the continuation. Okay, just following the trend, and also keeping in mind that we reacted from a demand, following the trend, and also keeping in mind that we reacted from a demand. All right, so yeah, for the week we're expecting to see massive sales play out. If there's no sale opportunity here, then it's going to be here or here. Simple as that. This will be our 15-minute supply as well. Great. Supply. I don't know how I missed all that and marked that as a demand supply. Great. So yeah, so I believe for the coming week we should be watching out for sales closely. Though Mondays might just be buys playing out for the sales to set up, we just be buys setting up for the sales to play out. Okay, so be wary of the buys, and yeah, if you see a buy opportunity, why not? If it's all with your strategy and your trading criteria, why not go with it? But I'm not going to be forcing the buys. If I see buys, I'm going to be riding the buys as well, but then I'm focused mainly on the sales. So pretty much that's it for AUDUSD, and yeah, I hope you have a beautiful week ahead and a profitable week. Okay, peace. And also, whatever anybody says, whatever anybody do, just know your rules and stick to your rules. All right, there's no lights here anymore, and I just have to end the video right now, and peace out.